Welcome folks, this is a typical morning in this part of central London. It's the approach to horseguards. We're walking along Whitehall. Behind me is Trafalgar Square, in front of me is horseguards, beyond it 10 Downing Street, beyond that Parliament Square, House of Parliament, Big Ben, etc. But look at the massive amount of traffic. There are quite a lot of people obviously, but look at the traffic. Even the police have to wait. They're stuck. Everything is stuck. Why? It just happens regularly here. It gets completely gridlocked, and the second it starts to move back along Whitehall, bingo, the whole place effectively shuts down. Sometimes we see this for hours on end. There's no particular reason why, other than crazy heavy traffic at the Trafalgar Square this morning, and that massively impacts central London because Trafalgar Square is a bit of a crucial spot, much like Piccadilly Circus, in terms of circulation of traffic fluidly in central London. Anyway, enough of the traffic analysis. So we're here to analyse horses and people with orange bicycles that have a peculiarly unusual fascination with horses, it would appear. So here we are. This is Thursday morning at Horseguards. Yeah, Thursday morning. Quite a bright morning actually. I'm pretty busy. We very shortly got the horses changeover. The first shift, everybody, is this one. They came on at 10 and they'll be going off at 11, which is very soon. Yeah, it's the first changeover of the day. I'm trying to remember, everybody, which horse it is. I'm not actually sure which horse it is. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember the name of this horse. Could be... Let's see if he hangs his tongue out. Possibly York. Honestly can't remember, and I'm annoyed at myself that I can't remember because this horse was on yesterday. My money's on York or Wellington, and the reason I actually can't remember in part is because the other horse that they've chosen to have out this morning is very similar. Slightly larger and fluffier, certainly at the front. However, the two horses have got looking at the socks, as I can see, no distinguishing marks. Either that or I'm blind, but I can't see any distinguishing marks on this this beauty here. Look, super happy. The light is great this morning. It's warm, it's breezy. I'd say this is pretty much ideal horsey weather, to be quite frank. I will try and find out later by comparing it to previous videos, so I know which horses they are. And once I do that, I'll drop the horse names in the comments. I'm pretty sure, as I said though, Wellington and York. Pretty sure. Okay, so here we arrive at the Arch. Why are we at the Arch? I'm sure if somebody's pestering and being annoying, or the guard knows them. Could be either, to be honest. It could just be some clown in a red jacket that decides he wants to get in the guard's face, looking a little bashful. Obviously now the camera's there. See if he wants to come and have a chat with me. Probably not. I never do. And that's good with me. Yeah, a little chit chat stopped. Interesting. I wonder why that would be. Anyway, that's the first guard. He is the gatesman on that side. On the other side, I can't wander right over and do a super close-up because the morning inspection is kind of semi-ongoing right now. But this guard we saw yesterday, and in fact he spent part of the time yesterday as the gatesman. In fact, would you believe I've gone and got myself locked inside horseguards. Yes, I'm locked inside, ready for the morning inspection. Why? Because they've told us we need to go to the back, and the side gate is closed. Morning. So here we are. at the back. Not at all what I was expecting, but hey, it doesn't matter. Why? Because it's still interesting. And look how many people there are here at the back. This won't take an awful long time this morning for two reasons. Number one, they're already assembled. Number two, it isn't the weekend. The crowds at the weekend are just completely ridiculous. I mean, this is a pretty big crowd. Bear in mind that this is a weekday. British school children, at least in theory, are at school. Security levels, as usual, are typically high. Lots of mounted police. Lots of armed police as well, definitely in that car. That's an ARV, an armed response vehicle. Here are our lovely troopers, complete with selfie takers. As ever, they're lined up straight across the rear here. So in the Horseguards Parade, the building that we're looking at, directly in front, I know you guys like detail, here's some detail, is the old War Office. That absolutely glorious, in fact spectacular old building is the old British War Office. I mean, when we needed a War Office, when we had an empire to run, in those torrid old days, it's now, I believe, either the Department for Business or the Department for International Development. Actually, I think it's the Department for Business. Yeah, it is. It's the Department for Business. I'm not sure that it's called the Department for Business. It might be something like the Department for Trade and International Business or whatever. But anyway, that building is still functional. It's not a huge vacant museum. It is occupied, and often you will see lights on very late at night. Very late at night when people are working. This area, this back area here, this big sort of sandy beach-like back area, is horseguardsparade. And it's massive, look, I mean it's so big you can have an entire troop of bicyclists. Look at them all. Waiting. I do like the word bicyclists, even though it's strictly supposed to be cyclists. Bicyclist sounds a little bit more formal, but I mean, it is what it is. So that is a spectacular view from the back. There's Horseguards, that Palladian wonder, everybody. Doesn't look so small one way the other side of the gates, does it? But from the back, it's massive. I mean, it really is massive. But hey, there's another surprise. I mean, you've probably already spotted them. Look, police horses mingling with the crowd. In fact, I think one of the police officers is actually riding a unicorn. It certainly looks like it. The only thing missing is the tusk. Goodness me, wow. Some absolutely spectacular police horses this morning. Really, really, really beautiful. Let's have a look first of all at the ones behind me, and then I'll concentrate on the ones that are in front of me. Why? Because behind me we've got two. Look at these two. Two absolute beauties, look. Look at this. Wow. What a magnificent animal. Thoroughly splendid. So, officer, can I ask the name of your horse?
Yeah, it's called George.
George. Yeah. That's good choice. George. So this is George, this amazing horse here. Look at that. Yes, George. Yeah, we're calling your name. George. What a spectacular horse, eh? And look at the dapple grey next to George. The lady officer who's riding this horse is chatting to a group of tourists. I'm not going to interrupt them, but look at that. How glorious are those police horses? Especially with that backdrop. I mean, just look. You know, that's tourist heaven right there. Okay, back to the guard change. Here's the police unicorn I was sarcastically referring to earlier. Look at this. It's almost like the tourists cleared a path for this amazing horse. Beautiful, beautiful horse. Absolutely. Here's another one. Look at this. Glorious. He's off. In fact, this horse has left to join the household cavalry. In fact, he looks like a cav horse. That looks like an Irish draft to me. Wow. And yet, another one. Look. Another beauty. See, the horses are so amazing that I've kind of even forgot the fact that there is a morning inspection going on. Hey, it doesn't matter. This happens every single day at 11 a.m. So I would argue, in my defence, people, that you know what, the police horses are even more unique than the morning inspection and those household cavalry horses. Big groups here though this morning, very large groups of people. Not really surprising. It always ends up being busier here when the light's good. It's not hot and it definitely isn't sunny, but it's very bright. And of course people love this. I mean, you know, this is British pageantry at its finest. Where else would one be able to see a bunch of cuirass-clad troopers on a parade ground on a weekday morning? There they are. We've got, how many? 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5 troopers. 5 troopers, plus the child clown behind me that couldn't resist getting himself in the camera. Quite understood that mentality, but there it is. And they are waiting. What are they waiting for? You might be wondering. Hey, they are waiting for the captain. Actually, as are we, to be quite honest, because we are not allowed back through the tunnel until that process has been complete. Oh, police officer is asking him to make way over there. Look, so he can ride his trusty steed through the crowd. He's not going to come into the middle. That's a preserve of the military. Almost like a little honour guard of police horses over there. So 5 of them in total. 5 lovely police horses. Through the tunnel comes the corporal of horse and the rest of the troopers on horses. Here they are. Here they come. Look at this. Bingo. Happen to be right in the right place at the right time. So until the captain arrives, I mean he's already here actually, to be honest, other side. I mean arrives here on the parade ground. Until the captain arrives, might be a lieutenant, probability of a captain, 90% certain it'll be a captain, but it could be a lieutenant. In fact, it's even been a major before. Rare, but possible. British Army rank structure, lieutenant and captain above, and then major above that. So for the moment, the corporal of horse is the most senior here, non-commissioned officer. Notice he's relieving these 2 troopers. They're going back now through the tunnel. Trying to avoid that glare, people. Apologies for the somewhat glary image momentarily back then. There they are, going back into the tunnel, followed by the corporal of horse. Now you might be wondering, everybody, why are they going into the tunnel? Well, they go into the tunnel to get back in the yard. Why? Because they are going to replace their colleagues at the front in the boxes. Okay, those are the replacement horses. So we've still got 5 back here on the parade ground. Also got a good spot here right next to the tunnel. So hopefully, unless I've completely missed it, folks, and to be honest, I was so concentrated on the police force I might have done, we might either get one or 2 things happening. Captain coming out, but I think we already missed that, or if not, the gates reopening, which means we can go back to the front. I will try and find out in a second. There's a friendly officer here. The morning inspection is typically pretty quick. Okay, trooper change over in the tunnel. Sorry, let me look at the time, then I'm going to know about waiting for it. I will know 100% just from the timing. Wait, 11:04, 50-50. We'll see. Oh, lady seems to have taken a liking to the trooper. Not really surprised, to be honest, but there it is. Speaking of which, those 5 troopers are still waiting. As indeed are we all. This is almost the ideal weather for the inspections in the morning. Not too hot, not baking. Back in August, and indeed before that, in fact, back in June, some of these mornings at the back here were pretty hard for the troopers. It's closed. Yeah, closed.
The police said we could get through here.
Not unless they reopened it.
Oh.
I'll soon tell you if you try.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion this morning, people, about what's going on with the tunnel. I'm pretty sure it's still closed.
The guy with the gun.
Yeah. The gate is closed. Tourists are sort of wondering whether we can go in, but no, it seems to have closed. This is one of the best things about not just this area, but that was an unhappy tourist. You probably heard his nice use of the English language there to explain his frustration and not being able to get through. It is what it is, people. Even I, despite how much time I spend here filming and kind of trying to figure out exactly how the processes work, even I, as you saw this morning, sometimes get somewhat caught out by it all. Hence being now stuck here at the back until they decide to reopen the gate and let everybody else go back in again. There will be a flood though. A lot of these people that are still here will flood through back into the courtyard afterward. Now I don't know how long that will take. It should, in theory, not take a terribly long time. They've already replaced the trooper in the tunnel. He's the gatesman. As you can see, arguing with an automatic weapon, probably not ideal. Oopsie. Yeah. So there it is, folks. This very kind tourist confirmed it for us. It's closed. It's closed and no one is allowed to be in this space, in the centre here. The yard, as this is, going out from horseguards in there, across here to the parade ground. There it is, people. And obviously it's not good to be on the wrong side of somebody with with automatic weapons. Obvious reasons. What's happening right now, I think, realistically, given how long we've been waiting here with no senior officer appearing, is that the captain will be at the front, in all probability, inspecting the horses. I can't see it, but yeah, that's what my money's on. Again, if we get an officer close up, I will ask. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening right now. There's definitely a delay of some sort this morning. I noticed an officer's walking over from the armed response vehicle as well, which is not something you see here very often at all. So I'm not sure, perhaps he's also going to ask, like, why on earth is there a delay this morning, what's happening? Curious one, this. Very. No idea what's going on. I do recognise though, in fact, an old soldier on the other side. I'm going to ask him what he thinks happened, whether or not the captain already came out. Yeah, everything's a little behind. Let's see. Oh, female trooper coming over as well. She'll be able to get in, obviously. She's got an army ID, so there won't be any issue with her getting in. These officers sheepishly following her in. See, even some of the new people are not aware of where you can go. Here comes a frustrated tourist again who's desperate to escape but can't. Permanently locked here. It is. I do kind of see it from the point of view of some of the civil servants and other people that work locally, because obviously, if they're between meetings, and often they are running between meetings, the department for business or industry behind me, Downing Street, in fact, the garden of Downing Street is just beyond those trees. There is I see it often on the face of civil servants, frustration. Oh God, we're stuck here, but we've got another meeting to get through. So it is a little bit unfortunate, but you know what, folks, it is what it is. One second, I'm still trying to attract the attention of the soldier opposite to ask if the captain's been out yet. Nope, he's looking in front. Troopers coming through again. So many people are now through. People being to the front gate as well, but civil servants. 5 troopers in the middle are also probably thinking like, hold on a second, why are we still waiting? Definitely longer than usual. This is ordinarily 15 minutes tops. Weekday inspection, normally done very quickly. Joys of getting sake, guys, on a glorious parade ground behind this fantastic Palladian structure. I can think of worse places to be stuck in London of a morning. A lot of the toys just sitting on the floor over here, waiting until we can be released back to the chaos and fun at the front. We'll try and speak to the soldier, guys, so we're going to pause it while I do that, and then I'll come back with an update, which will also resume the video shortly. Okay, so we're back, folks, and the Corporal of Horse has just completed the changeover in the tunnel. Now, I think instinctively one of two things are going to happen. Either he will give the dismiss command when the horses will ride back through into the yard, or he will wait for the captain to arrive and will then give the dismiss command. It's a 50-50. Bit of confusion in the tunnel. Someone thinks because he has an MOD pass he can walk straight across. He actually can't, as they've just told him. Oops. Okay, so is the Corporal of Horse giving the dismiss command this morning? Here come the troopers going back into the tunnel, guys. So we got lucky in the end, right? Front row seat, folks. Blues and Royals. And indeed the Corporal of Horse as well. Completely by accident there he is, look, there's the self-important bureaucrat with the folder looking very sheepish now. He just got told off. So, don't tell me off. I've got the MOD pass. I'm frightfully important. Okay, so they're going to dismount in the yard. Let's zoom in, see if we can kind of get it here. We're not going to get it super clearly, but hey, it's better than nothing. There we are.
Sorry about that, by the way, sorry.
Yeah, the self-important, confused and somewhat now angry bureaucrat has gone back the way he came. Anyway, this is good, guys. The fact that we're seeing this little part. Why? Because this is really the final little segment of the morning inspection. There's all the people locked at the front as well. No one is in the yard except the troopers that are dismounting. Here we go. Bing. More importantly, in this spot will be the first to go through the tunnel when we shortly reopens. Okay, everyone's been asked to move aside here at the back because we've now got police also. I think they're going to come through. Although that said, they don't typically go through until the front gates are open, which is not quite yet. See, everything's very confusing this morning. Even the police are not sure what they're doing or where they're going. Very, very unusual morning inspection, or non-morning inspection, as it were. I think what probably happened, in all likelihood, is the duty officer for inspection was running late. That would be what my money's on, based on what we've seen before. So let's see now, gates open on this side. Let's see if that means that finally everyone will be allowed back through. I'm pretty sure they will. Yep, they've opened the front gate as well now. So guys, we're at the front luckily. So we're in the exact right spot to see the Blues come back in and to be able to move back to the front. Let's hopefully recognise some of the horses, or one of the two horses that's on at the front. Now, the massive deluge of people in both directions. Unidirectional flood of people. Look, this happens every single time there's a morning inspection. Obviously a massive crowd gets locked at the front, they need to go to the back, and vice versa, always. Yep, always. So yeah, my money's on the officer being delayed, unless I was completely blind and missed it. I can't think of another logical explanation. If I do get one, and I will check later, I will come back and update the video in the comments. Yes, I will. Here we are. Oh, one big, massive, fluffy horse that I definitely recognise, everybody. Monty. Yes, magnificent Montgomery's here with Happy Tourist. Look at this. Look, she's so happy. She's like, oh my god, I got a picture with the biggest horse in the Blues and Royals. I mean, she doesn't actually know it's the biggest horse, but hey, inadvertently she did. And that is the look of unadulterated delight on her face. Who could blame her? Look, that Happy Tourist, look. So Mum, take a picture of me next to this massive, fluffy-faced horse. Yes, that's you. Yeah, you. That's her. We're talking about you. Yep, fluffy Monty. Now he's looking at... Oh. He's staring us out, guys. Who's going to win? He's going to win. Why? Because we're going to the other end. Let's see which horse we've got this end. Oh, the one with the... Oh, goodness me. Here we go. Now I'm super confused. It's the horse with the star. I've got to start creating a little horsey library of, you know, horse mug shots so that I would know which one is which. I was pretty much convinced we had Wellington, New York before. Now I'm not. Now this horse, which horse is this? I actually saw this horse yesterday, guys, and to my shame and embarrassment, I've already forgotten which horse this is. Could be Wallace, could be Wombat, could be... I think it's one of the W's. Wallace, Wombat, or Wellington. Honestly, don't remember, people. Sorry about that. If I do again, confirm it later, I will update it in the comments. Anyway, that's what happens when even people like myself that, you know, count themselves being relatively experienced vis-a-vis the machinations here at horseguards. Get caught out by the morning inspection. I mean, it worked out well because we got to see, you know, something different to what we typically see at the front. We didn't actually miss anything, as it were, but I will be more careful in future, people, I promise. Horse is teeny weeny bit playing with a bit, but this horse is the first shift. I'm super annoyed with myself that I can't remember the name of it. I was here in front of this horse yesterday. I do know this horse, but the name has slipped me, guys. I don't want to state it unequivocally, just in case I'm not right. Oh, wait, we've got a trooper hanging out the window. Hold on. Somebody's hanging out the window. Cheeky. So he's hanging out the window. Wait, in fact, it's a hotline to the police. Look, hanging out the window. And here is a tourist dressed as a banana on my right, and another tourist dressed as Shakin' Stevens, who just got nipped, on my left. I was almost about to say that the horse reminds me of Glorious Ormond. Being a bit nippy. Oh, bless, look. I get the apprehension. Smart girl. Makes sense.
I like this one.
Oh, people come into this end and say, I like this horse better. Wow, controversial. Surprised Monty at the other end, magnificent, massive Monty, is one of the most popular horses, not just in the Blues and Royals, but in the entire household cavalry. One, he's an older horse, and two, he is enormous, really big. Yeah, beast of a horse. Anyway, folks, I will endeavour, as promised, to update the comments, just clarifying comments and all the description. Just clarifying which horses we've got. That will also, over time, if I start dropping the horse names into the descriptions under the videos as I find them out, that will make it much easier over time for a lot of us to figure out who's who. I'm going to quickly pop inside, everybody, as well, because I've just spotted something else unusual, interesting. The corporal of horse is still in his full morning ceremonials, looking absolutely magnificent. Look. Oh. And some guy just walked into the arch. You heard the officer there saying to him, come out of the arch. How extraordinary. I mean, really extraordinary. Let's follow the corporal of horse for a moment whilst he's checking that all is well at the front. Notice the tourists don't bother to get out of the way, they just stand there while the corporal of horse has to squeeze into a very tight spot behind her. Yeah, no rush, sweetheart. Extraordinary, isn't it? Lack of consideration on the part of some of the tourists. Really extraordinary. So like, hey, corporal of horse, you're in my picture, the tourist says, as always. Oh, wait, it's her again. She's no way, it's the same lady that moved to the other side. Now she's like, damn, this guy in uniform, why does he keep getting in my way? Like, you couldn't make this up, could you, people? You really couldn't. I swear these are not paid actors. These are actually genuine, real clowns. They're not employed by me. They're just independent clowns that obviously come out and misbehave in typical Toron fashion. Wow, just when you think it was all going to be normal and an easy day, this happens. Wouldn't believe it, would you guys? Unless we actually capture these sort of things on the camera regularly, you would not believe it. Why? Because it's just ridiculous and illogical. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, people. Out of here for now.